It gives me immense pleasure and indeed a great honor to request our chief guest, Sri V. Rajanna, to address the budding entrepreneurs, researchers, managers, leaders today who are present here on this inaugural event.
Professor Mishra, Professor Murthy, Professor Anjiraju, Mr. Rafatullah, Mr. Venkatrao, Abhishek and Hari, Pavan and Mihira, ladies and gentlemen, very, very good morning. Good morning. So, because he said girls are very active, let me also give girls one more compliment. TCS has total employee base of 380,000 employees, working in more than 40 countries. And girls here should be happy to know that we have more than 100,000 women employees. Also, I know IP, a business school, nothing to do with IT industry, because your professor started with girls. Also, let me take a second to let you know that the IT industry in Hyderabad has more than 400,000 employees. Again, out of 400,000, Hyderabad IT industry, today in our city of Hyderabad, more than 100,000 women employees work here. So with this, let us come back to Sanskriti. First of all, I am very delighted to be here in the annual fest of Institute of Public Enterprise, Sanskriti. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I thought I will try to set the context for this year's Sanskriti Fest by taking all of you to a forest. So guys, don't scared of the forest. I'll tell you why I want to take you to the forest. So this is a forest of technology in which the businesses of the world are thriving today. These are all cutting edge with animal-like names. Even though they are animal-like names, which are helping companies to reimagine the way businesses are functioning today. As you can see from the charts, the names you see are just a fraction of technologies that are in use today, and many more are getting evolved every year. And some of them are, I'm sure all of you must have heard about it, the Python programming language, that is the heart of data sciences. In fact, Professor Anjiraju Garu has mentioned about the analytics, that is one of the focus areas. Then Hadoop, that is a big data engine, that is Apache's foundation's first and most important. Today, either you name an animal or you name a vegetable, there are programming languages. So there's a programming language on Anaconda, right? So when somebody talks about Anaconda, of course there are 4 versions of Anaconda movie, but there's a fantastic programming language on Anaconda. And you name any vegetable, there's a programming language on eggplant, right? And as you can see, there is a rabbit MQ, there is a hive, there is a pig. All of them are programming languages. So you may be thinking, we are MBA students, why this guy is talking about all this, that to Saturday morning at 10:30. So this is very, very relevant for all of you, because this represents the winds of change for what you are going to do tomorrow. When I say welcome to the forest, what I meant was welcome to the changing world of futuristic technologies. See, the beauty of where we are today, when you see the slide, there are enormous learning opportunities for all of us. There is no legacy here. Everything is next generation technology, that too importantly, which all of you are good at. Then, if you look at the business today, we are in the cusp of new transformation. Next-gen technologies are disrupting the businesses globally. Companies are seeing their business models evolve with the changing demands of the customers or the consumers. Technology today became a great enabler to transform each and every part of the business. Let me give you some examples. Again, this example is where all of us are good at and our favorite smartphone. And if you look at the history of the disruption, smartphone is possibly the greatest invention that caused a widespread digital disruption in the world's economy. It made many companies and many products irrelevant. Whether it is clicking a high resolution picture, creating your favorite album, listening to your favorite song, finding a location on GPS, checking mails, taking memos, setting alarms, smartphones have made our life easier. Again, you may be thinking, why this guy is not talking about WhatsApp? Of course, WhatsApp. But there are many companies whose products became obsolete because of technology invention. We used to use alarm clocks to make us awake. We no longer use it. Very, very few cameras in the audience. Then even the Walkmans. And today, the smartphone or the tablet or whatever you want to call it has become a very, very pervasive device. So therefore, what I mean by is tech-savvy leaders are critical for business successes. So every business, no matter its size, industry, or the number of employees, can become obsolete due to the technology innovation. But is being technology savvy enough? Absolutely no. Today, the pace at which technology is developing, no single company can rule the industry on its own. Every company has to bring partners to create an ecosystem of products and services which can create not only a fulfilling customer experience, but customer delight. And our very good example is Apple. And if you see Apple's ecosystem or the success of Apple, the user experience one gets from the ecosystem of applications, services, as well as the content is very unmatched and so seamless we often take it for granted. So why all of us love these devices? Because of customer experience by creating a phenomenal ecosystem of partners. In fact, Apple envisioned that the future is collaboration and laid the frameworks which is now act as a backbone of iOS ecosystem, that is both devices as well as services. While a device is the base, of course, the applications elevate the user experience by providing host of services. And Apple was the first to that on mobile devices. So when I say Apple ecosystem, that can be an app store, that can be an Apple Pay, that can be Apple Music, that can be CarPlay, that can be Apple TV, or HomeKit, or iBooks, or HealthKit, and etc., etc. And at first glance, it seems Apple is controlling everything when it comes to the iOS ecosystem, but deep down, it is the interplay of hundreds of services, of thousands of different service providers, which makes the platform very, very compelling. And if you see the business paradigm now, we can clearly see that it is an ever-changing, fast-paced, highly competitive, and global business. Successful companies have over the years realized that they can no longer survive just by selling either products or just by selling technologies, and therefore gradually evolved their offerings into end-to-end, again I repeat, end-to-end business solutions. Business solutions require a deep understanding of the domain as well as a technology. That is where MBA students like you can make a phenomenal difference. Selling a solution requires that companies fundamentally change how they do the business. Instead of pushing products, they must understand and create genuine connections with the customers. Selling solutions require lasting partnerships with customers in which the goal is always to find new ways to help the customers. Therefore, there is a new business world which requires business leaders or the future business leaders like all of you to not only be tech savvy but also be equally good at business as well as good at the respective industry domain. The leaders of today's most innovative organizations have the big picture of the entire business. Most of today's innovative companies are shifting their focus from products to complete business solutions. And if you look at some of the examples, many tech companies who earlier used to sell consumer devices as standalone products are offering business solutions, whether it is around digital or Internet of Things, or the smart homes, or the smart kitchens, etc., etc. Many semiconductor companies who used to sell chipsets before and hardware products have started offering customizable business solutions for remote healthcare, smart agriculture, as well as public safety. So if I can summarize what is happening in today's business, businesses are primarily focused on three things. One, how can I enrich customer experience? Why all of us love a specific phone? The features come second. The first is, are we comfortable with a particular device, whether it is iOS or Android? The primary factor because the customer's comfort with that particular device. Second is, customers are leveraging the technology, whatever I said, whether all the digital technologies on how can I come with new set of products, how can I come with new set of solutions. And third is the optimization of overall operational efficiencies of the enterprise. And this is where you guys can make a phenomenal difference. And hence, the future is very bright for all of you. And if you look at some of the statistics, as per the Graduate Management Admission Council, that is GMAC, 88% of the recruiters are looking to hire from B schools. So if you see the past year, so this is an increase of almost 33%. So this shows the demand for business graduates is increasing over time. So you can congratulate for yourself. And according to the Harvard Business Review, about a third of the world's best performing CEOs leading publicly traded enterprises have the MBA degrees. And some of the prominent figures, as you can see, whether it is Satya to Rajesh of TCS. And of course, I should not forget Indra Nooyi, because we're speaking a lot about the woman here. So while there are plenty of opportunities, and I am very, very positive about the opportunities, I thought I will conclude with an excellent quote by J.R.D. Tata, where I think your friends, both Pavan and Mihira, also talk about this, with the excellent quote by J.R.D. Tata, for you to make a difference to yourself, your family, your future company, as well as our country. The quote is, and in fact, whenever I read this, I get a lot of energy. One must forever strive for excellence. I repeat, one must forever strive for excellence or even perfection in any task, however small, and never be satisfied with the second best. And I truly believe if you really follow this on a daily basis, this makes you different. This makes you different from rest of the crowd. So with this, once again, thank you so much for the invitation, and I wish each one of you, as well as this year's edition of Sanskriti, a great success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sri Rajana, for your amazing words. It's indeed a great learning from you. Our words are less to describe the gratitude which we wish to express. So once again, can we have a huge round of applause for Sri Rajana?
Let me take the pride and honor by requesting Sri Mohammed Raftullah to address the audience and share few valuable experiences.
Very good morning, Sanskriti, honorable members, and girls and boys. First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be here and address such a lovely young gathering. And before I start, I would like to wish each one of you a belated Happy Republic Day. I think we should thank all freedom fighters and the Indian Army for giving us this freedom, this environment to be here. I wanted to share a few thoughts. I'm sure each one of you have had enough opportunities to attend to the classes and go through the board. Board must have taught you a lot of things, but I believe what board cannot teach, road can teach a lot. That is life. I would like to share a few experiences of my life to each one of you so that I'm sure you will take some learnings out of it. First of all, as the true citizen of this nation, my endeavor and request to each one of you to believe in God, take good care of your families, take good care of your societies, and build a beautiful future for this nation. I think that is there in your hands. You are the future, and we can make India proud in the global map. Recently, I had few freshers like you. We had taken first batch of 5 people have joined last week. So I sent them out in the field to make some observations, what they learn about our company. I spoke to them after their market work, asked them what did they see in the market. So I could hear from each one of them. They said the product is having some problems, pricing is having some problems, and positioning has some problems. So all 5 of them gave a lot of feedback to me, which is very helpful and useful for the company to take the right steps forward. But what I noticed in them, each one of them came with the problems. So what I'm trying to share with you is, let's change the attitude towards life. It's good to look at problems, but if today as a company, if any organization is doing some business, they must have done something good. So my request is, you should look at what is it that company has done. It's a 1,500 crore company. It has done something in the market to achieve that kind of a mark. So the point which I want to share, we are inspired by every individual around. Parents, friends, colleagues, teachers. Somehow we learn to be the critiques of life. We don't look at the positives. So my request to each one of you is, look at the positives first. Give the insight to individual, what you see good in them. Each one of you is a unique individual, unique possession this country has. And you have the responsibility to bring that positive insight in you, positive attitude in you, so that you start appreciating an individual. Everyone wants to do something good in life. Look at those positives. After those positives, if you give any negative feedback, individual will be more than happy to take it and correct himself. We are very reactive in nature. I think this is on a personality development which I want to share. This is Sundar Pichai's cockroach philosophy theory, which each one of you must have heard. I'll share that incident in a restaurant where a cockroach comes and lands on a lady. And she starts jumping, screaming, makes a lot of noise around. Entire restaurant is disturbed. All 20, 30, 40 people who are sitting around her will get up from their seats and they'll be eagerly looking at what's next. Then the cockroach jumps onto another lady. Then it's her turn now. You know, girls can relate how they behave when cockroaches come closer to them. So then it's her turn. She makes all that noise. Entire environment is disturbed. And then after a minute, the cockroach goes and lands onto the waiter. Waiter retains his calm and composure. He does not react. He just looks at the movement of the cockroach, holds it at the right moment and throws it out. What I'm trying to say is, we are all very reactive in nature and we disturb the whole atmosphere. It's only because of our approach towards life we are creating that disturbance in each and every individual. If you start responding to situations like how the waiter did, I think he retained the calm and composure and still addressed the problem of removing the cockroach from there. So what I'm saying is, please respond to situations. Don't react to situations. And we also have a very unique tendency of judging people. Here I have a different story to share. One guy proposes to a girl, "Will you marry me?" Then the first question the girl has is, "Do you have a house?" The guy responds, but he had something to say. Then immediately she says, "Do you have BMW?" The guy says, but he wanted to say something. Then immediately she says, "What is your salary?" Then the guy wants to say something, but Finally, that lady says, I don't need you. She walks out. Then the guy responds to himself, he starts thinking, I have a big villa. She didn't let me share. I have 3 Ferraris. I have 2 Lamborghinis. She didn't let me talk anything. Why do I need to buy a BMW, such a cheap car? And finally he says, I own a multi-billion-dollar company. Why do I need salary? So we are very judgmental in nature. Sometimes people may not want to share what exactly they are. They don't want to reveal their identity. So we have to have patience. If you want to be a winner in life, have a clear thought first. Convert that thought into a word. Share with your friends. And once you share with your friends, colleagues, family, they will help you work towards actioning what you want to achieve in life. And anything which converts into action will give you result. And if you practice for 21 days, that becomes your habit. And you will be a winner forever. I want to share the success formula in life. Success formula is nothing but skill, will, resources, and processes. So, everywhere without resources, you can't achieve anything. And definitely, processes will help you align with the organization and move forward in life. And finally, you are left with your skill and will. And between the skill and will, skill, of course, will take you to the boxing ring. And it's that will. See, when you are in a boxing ring, your opponent will punch you. You will bleed. You will fall many a times. When you fall, obviously your skill didn't let you win. But if you have the will to get up and fight back, then that will give you the determination and confidence to win. I would like to remind you of the will of MS Dhoni in 2011. I think after 4 wickets down in finals, India was heading towards losing that World Cup. And Yuvraj Singh was supposed to go and bat. But it's the will of Dhoni which compelled him to say, let me go ahead of Yuvraj. And he made that 96, 97 runs and made India proud by winning the World Cup. So friends, I request each one of you to prepare for success with all the will and of course the skill. When preparation meets opportunity, the success is inevitable. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Shri Raftullah, for your valuable insights. It really helps us in our journey to progress and prosper. Thanks a lot, sir.
Now, I would request our special guest, Sri N.L. Venkatrao, to speak and enlighten us. May we have a huge round of applause and welcome him.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Mishra, Mr. Rajarna, Professor Mr. Raftullah, and other dignitaries on the dais, my dear students and faculty members and the invitees. It's a great pleasure for me to be here with the young students. Whenever I come to any such institution, I feel that I am at home. It's like homecoming. I did my MCom from Andhra University and MBA from JNTU. So always I would like to associate myself with any management institute or commerce college, commerce universities. This year we sponsored 2 programs. This is the third one. One for Osmania University, International Seminar on Insurance. And another program at Bhavan's Vivekananda College, that's again on banking insurance. Now this is the third program we are sponsoring in a span of about 10 months. I took charge in this financial year only as Hyderabad Chief Regional Manager. Whenever we come to the educational institutions, we learn something. Today, I learned one great thing, touching infinity. Always we used to think that, think big, do bigger things. But it is much more than that, touching infinity. The sky should be the limit, or limitless growth, prosperity. I've been practicing that think big only, but today, infinity, a new thing. National Insurance Company is the oldest company with 111 years of experience, means that many years of experience. It's not the old, it is that many years of experience. Last year we completed about 14,200 crores and this year we are heading, our budget is only 16,000 crores, but as per the indications, we are about to cross 17,000 crore mark. Now, think of infinity. But infinity also put some restrictions on us. That is our capital adequacy. Now we are restricting our business below 17 because there is a regulation. Depending on your financial capacity, you have to do the business. So that infinity level here for national insurance is the capital adequacy issue. That's the limiting factor in your management parlance. That's why we are planning to go for public issue, with which we are likely to get more and more growth in future. Coming to this Hyderabad regional office, I took charge with a 450 crore completion last year. We had a vision of 1,000 crores within the next 2-3 years. And this year itself, we are crossing 750 crores, for which the state government's crop insurance scheme in Telangana Cluster 1, and also the prestigious sheep insurance scheme of Telangana government, both put together will be crossing about 300 crores this year, in a total of 750 crores. National Insurance has been taking care of the welfare schemes to the maximum extent, welfare schemes of the government. The crop insurance is one aspect, but before the crop insurance, we have been in health schemes. Health scheme of Maharashtra, health scheme of West Bengal, Rajasthan, and northeastern states, and at Tamil Nadu to some extent. So that they are all the mass schemes. And in any mass scheme, if you want to venture into that, you should have a lot of patience, lot of energy to take care of such schemes. For about 3.5 years, I was heading Maharashtra government scheme, that health insurance, serving about 10.5 crore people. Daily, we were paying more than 1,000 claims, which is about 3 to 4 crores per day payments. And the premium was about 750 crores. Now it has reached more than 1,100 crores. So with that, the large schemes have been served by National Insurance Company. Now coming to the summit, this Sanskriti. It's a great initiative from the institution. Earlier when I was studying about 35 years back, 35, 40 years back I was studying, at that time we used to think there used to be discussions that there should be participation of the industry along with the academicians to have better professionals for the future industries. But today, I am seeing with this Sanskriti and also the speeches delivered by the director and Mr. Raju, that you have been having interaction with the industry people, that industry association with you people will help. Academic background is one aspect, it's required. And at the same time, combined with the experience of the industry people, you will become a better managers when you take up the jobs. As a management student, when I was studying, some of my classmates used to question me, why are we studying statistics? Why are we studying operations research, risk management? I am a manager, I am not going to do the statistics. These questions people used to ask in those days. That's a perennial question. Even now you may be thinking in those lines. But no subject will go waste. Every subject will be of immense use. Once I was teaching project evaluation and management to the students of Ambedkar Open University some 10-15 years back. So to teach that subject, I need all the subjects. I must be thorough with all the subjects. Then only I can teach that subject. And in the field also, in the job, whenever you take up any assignment, everywhere all the subjects are useful. No subject is a waste. And especially when you come to insurance, if at all you come to the insurance industry, all your commerce subjects and management subjects are useful and they require every subject. I'll give you one case study. When I joined my job at the age of 26, straight away from the educational institutions, my posting was in UP, Muradabad, a notorious place in those days. People were afraid of going there. When my batchmates heard about my posting in the training center, they said, "Mar gaya." I went and joined there. I was supposed to report to my divisional manager. I was waiting outside the chambers of the divisional manager. I was sitting outside the chamber along in front of one of the staff members. Casually, I asked him, "What are you looking after here? आप यहाँ पे क्या काम करते हैं?" He just said, just like a Gabbar Singh, "साहब, मैं यहाँ पे कोई काम नहीं करता हूँ. आप भी मुझसे कोई काम करने के लिए नहीं पूछना." A student coming from university campus, going for a job, in the first 2 minutes, somebody says, "I will not do any work, you don't ask me to do." what will be my fate? Incidentally, that fellow has to report to me. Afterwards, I came to know that that fellow was working under me. And within 2 months, the same fellow was working with me on Saturday, Sunday, after office hours. How? It is the knowledge my educational institution gave to me. It is the organizational behavior which I learned in my MCOM and MBA. The fellow had some behavioral problem. That behavioral problem I tackled. He became an excellent worker. Later on, he became an officer and he rose to higher positions. Similarly, when you handle larger schemes, you have to deal with different people. And if handling with the government officials, especially IAS people, it is very difficult. All those things, you can always go back, you can think about your learning and your MBA. All those things, you can implement and get the result. So I wish you all the best, and during these 2 days, you will be coming out with a lot of good decisions and helping the industry, and you will also grow. You will also get benefited. I appreciate the IPE for organizing this kind of great program, and I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all.
That was awesome, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable addressing.
Now, as a token of gratitude, I request our director, Professor R.K. Mishra, to present a memento to our chief guest, Shri V. Rajan.
May I request our Student Affairs Coordinator, Professor V. Anjiraju, to present a memento to our Chief Guest of Honor, Sri Mohammad Raftullah, as a token of gratitude.
I also request our Dean, Professor S.S. Murthy, to present a memento to our special guest as a token of gratitude.
IPE has carved out a place for itself in the area of management education. Since 1995, Sanskriti has added many petals to the flower called IPN culture. Through this IPN flagship event, it tries to bring the management schools, industry, policymakers, practitioners, and management students together onto a platform of excellence.
We are looking forward for your active participation in diverse activities that have lined up for you.
And now, I request Mr. Abhishek, our Sanskriti student coordinator, to come and propose a vote of thanks for the inaugural ceremony.
A very good morning to one and all. The organizing team, on behalf of IP, thank our guests, Shri V. Rajanna, Shri Mohammad Rafatullah, Shri N.L. Venkatrao, our Director, Professor R.K. Mishra, Dean, Professor S.S. Murthy, Faculty Student Coordinator, Professor V. Anjiraju, guests from outside, faculty members of IPE, and all my dear friends. We also thank the staff members of IPE, security personnel, and KL Enterprise for making it further easier to organize this event. This event would not have been possible without all your support. It is my duty to thank all our sponsors who stood behind us and are the reason for the success of it. A special thanks is due to our media and coupon partners for getting associated with us. Teamwork is the best work, and output is here for all of us to see. So I wish everyone a best of luck for participation in events. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek. Now I request all the audience to get on with the proceedings. You have been a lovely audience. Thank you so much. A big round of applause to all of us.